Namaste. This is Purnima Rajni, Founder-Director of NIDAM, National Institute of Dance, Art and Music. Done my Masters in Microbiology, Masters in Performing Arts and a Women Entrepreneurship and Leadership program from IIM Calcutta. I strongly believe that everybody should have equal learning opportunities irrespective of their social, cultural, geographical barriers and differences. Now that you're all aware how you get registered, how you get yourself enrolled with the Sansad Udyog Mitra, I would like to give you a few tips on how you ace your interviews. And I would like to touch upon the subjects like your soft skill enhancement, that is your communication skills, your body language, and in general, how do you approach your interview and you score over your other contestants. There are three main things that I would want to discuss with you. First is the knowledge aspect. Then comes the talent aspect, and then comes the attitude. In knowledge, it is very, very important that we are completely aware of whatever we are specialized in with the in-depth knowledge. In talent, it requires a great skill of grooming ourselves with our self-confidence, whatever is the latest advancement in the technological aspect of the knowledge that we have already have. And in attitude, which is very, very important, comes how we score over others. Everybody would have had a deep knowledge. Everybody would have a talent like how to face the interview, but where do I score over others? That is where attitude comes. And in attitude, it is very important how you communicate with others. It can be verbal, non-verbal, through your body language, and also your complete persona as a personality altogether. Coming to the communication aspect, there are basically two things in communication. One is the oral communication and then is the written communication. When it comes to oral communication, lot of things depends on your accent, diction, pronunciation, and the way you learn to communicate with others. You have to be short, crisp, and very clear of what you want to deliver. Your content and intent both has to be excellently placed and packaged. Coming to the non-verbal communication aspect. Here in non-verbal communication aspect, you as a person altogether, it requires how you present yourself. Like example, your body language, the way you communicate using your eyes and your body. There is a lot of emphasis on your walk and talk. Why is walk so important? Because it shows what you are as a person. You need to keep up your spine up, your shoulders right, and you also need to meet your interviewers or the other person with a soft, gentle smile. And always remember to communicate eye to eye. Do not look here and there and then try to communicate, because it distracts the other person. The other person will not be sure of what you want to deliver or what you want to communicate. Coming to the greeting aspect, it is very, very important to communicate and to greet the other person whom you are meeting. The first few minutes are very, very important, because those minutes are the ones which decide and which create an impact about you for the person to whom you are meeting or the person who is interviewing you. And always maintain an eye-to-eye contact and greet them with a very small, warm smile. And it can be a firm handshake or a simple namaste, which has become the trademark of us Indians globally now in the pandemic time. Coming to the knowledge aspect, it is very, very important that we know our stuff very well. And it is also very important that we are also abreast with the latest advancement in the field of our specialization. Suppose you are a Java developer. So apart from being a Java developer, you should also have the knowledge of what is happening globally across, which can add a value to your work and a value to your employer. So here comes the knowledge aspect. When it comes to the talent aspect, it is very, very important again that how you put it across to your interviewer. Like how do you score over the other candidates who have applied for the same job? Say, let's take the example of the Java developer again. You also have the knowledge, but you are not capable enough to put it across to your interviewer that you are capable enough. So here comes talent aspect, where you should be very, very abreast with all the required tactics that yes, I have the knowledge and I also have the talent to convince my other project people and my other team leaders or my team members who are going to work with me. So in this aspect of the talent is where they assess you. How good a team member are you? How good a relationship you can maintain with your subordinates or with your boss. Because nowadays it is not about one single person. It is all about team playing. So how good you are person, whether you are able to absorb all the stress or you are a person who want to dissipate the stress. So here comes your talent aspect. How well you can absorb the stress and how well you can project yourself to other people who are going to score your project. Coming back to the attitude aspect, this also touches upon the way you carry yourself and the way you motivate others to work with you. It is not necessary if I am an individual player. Suppose you are applying for the job, a post where you are supposed to interact maximum with the public, maximum with all your clients. So if it is a service oriented job, then it is very, very required that you always have a patient hearing to your clientele. So you need to be a very good communicator. At the same time, when you are also a very good listener, you also have that attitude to listen to the grievance of the other people. You have to have a patient hearing, and then you must also develop the ability to convince and put across your idea how it works best for them and for you.